All right. Let's do some TNTL. 10 hidden adult jokes in classic cartoon Tom and Jerry 2020. Oh, actually, this is not a TNTL. It's more like...
When William Hanna and Joseph Barbera created Tom and Jerry in the 1940s, they never anticipated the short cartoon series would become such a massive hit.
I watched Tom and Jerry as a kid a lot. And to be honest, as a kid, I never noticed any of these hidden naughty or sus stuff that are actually in Tom and Jerry. Oh my God, my hair. What is going on? What is going on? And it actually is there. It is there in Tom and Jerry. The adult jokes, you know, but only as an adult you would understand them. But as a kid, you're too naive to really understand.
So many generations of people grew up with this cat and mouse that everyone knows who they are. No matter how successful the cartoon, they couldn't help but introduce a few hidden jokes. So that's why today we'll be looking at the dirty jokes in Tom and Jerry. Let's go. Number 6, the cake filling. If you watched these guys and never remember the scene, that's because you were way too young and innocent. Only those spoiled by the era of the internet and adult sites know what this is. As a kid, you thought that Jerry was innocently licking a creamy dessert. What you saw back when you were a kid and what you can see now is something completely different. You know that the elongated stick filled with cream looks like wink, wink. And when Tom blown
Wait. Oh.
on the other end, covering Jerry in the white filling, you definitely know that this is not a children's cartoon anymore. We bet you never saw this one coming. Number 5, poked in the behind. You know the creators of this cartoon had a dirty mind when you see Tom poking with the billiard stick in one of the holes. And it reminds you of something completely different. And we all know the stick doesn't bend like that. However, the final blow comes when Jerry ties a needle to one end of the stick. Unaware of what Jerry is doing, he gives one final push down the hole, jamming the pointed needle on the end of the stick straight into his butt. Number 4, that's not how you call a cat on TV. We don't really know what words they used for a cat back in the day, but this sure isn't appropriate. We all know that kids sometimes refer to this feline as a pussycat, but taking that and flipping it on its head is not the way you write a children's movie.
This episode.
Then again, who knows, maybe people weren't as perverted back then. But anyways, it doesn't really matter what you call it, man. That's still inappropriate. Taking only the first part of the word pussycat when referring to a cat is not what you say in a cartoon, especially not in one that's watched by kids all over the world. Number 3, Topsy deserves a little spank. Now we know that teachers were pretty mean back in the day, especially when we hear stories of them smashing that like button if you haven't done that already. But in all seriousness, we hear stories about teachers beating their students in the past. However, when you take what people have done in the past and you present it to children of the 21st century, you know you're going to anger some parents, especially when you show teachers spanking their student. It's not only physical abuse, it borders on molestation at that point.
Today
Again,
this would not
it doesn't
go.
matter what the student did, you don't ever, and we mean ever, spank them on the behind. Number 2, what are you reading,
them, full
Tom?
stop, not only on
Even
behind.
in the 50s, people knew what dirty magazines were. And in this episode, when Tom is finally left alone, he picks up a magazine to read. And of course, this is not just any old magazine. The name is Wow, and it has a picture of a half-naked cat on the cover. Not cool, guys. You knew young kids would be watching this movie. You knew what those magazines have inside. And yet, you still decided to put it in this scene in the final cut. Maybe this cartoon is not as innocent as it seems, especially not when you see the back cover has a picture of a female kitty cat peeking out the toilet door. Number 1, don't drop the dishes, Tom. This one is the absolute worst. No cartoon should ever have such a graphic content. The scene seems innocent if you watch it regularly. If, however, you decide to watch this short cartoon backwards, you get to see a cat pushed in the corner of a room and a mouse opening a patch of its fur. Then the cat starts shaking and moving its...
What the hell? Okay, that one is so sauce. Oh my God.
Then the cat starts shaking and moving its butt back and forth, has a white substance splashed in its face, and finally, after all of this, you see the same cat so exhausted from what just happened that it's all covered in sweat. It's like no one even oversaw what the creators of the cartoon put in it. Wow.
Oh my god.
And on that note, we end this video. But
That
hey,
was
do you know any
the
other hidden
sussest
dirty jokes in
one.
Tom and Jerry that we
Why
didn't
does
mention
he look
here?
so different?
You
Like
can
it's
tell us
maybe
in the
one of the
comment section
older
below.
Tom and Jerry
If you'd like more
episodes.
videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.
Naughty, naughty. Tom and Jerry, you naughty, naughty. This is the greatest show ever made. We can still watch Tom and Jerry even today. It is still so funny. I love it.